Hi, welcome on the board, guys. After a long time, we are gonna to record this video, and that would be in the playlist of Nemraj Sunda Book explanation. Okay, today we are not gonna to solve questions answer or one-liner questions. We are gonna to take theory lectures or short notes that we are going to explain that is based on the Nemraj Sunda book. I hope you will enjoy this lecture too much, and I'll try my best to explain you in a right way. Okay, let's get started. So, what we are going to cover is that theory portion, theory from not theory portion we are going to cover. We are gonna to learn explanation of Nemraj Sunda, what this book said. Okay, what this book says. Okay, we'll mainly focus on that. We'll try our best to explain and we learn, we derive everything that is important in this book. All right, so let's get started. So unit first that is mentioned on about the topic. Unit first, cool. So the first line on the book is that the word soil originated originated from Latin word sola means flow. We'll not gonna write, otherwise this will gonna take too much time to explain these things. We'll read first, then we'll write it in a short manner. So the first line is saying the soil word is the soil word is taken from the word Latin word. What is that Latin word? That Latin word is that solum. That means soil is formed through the solum. The soil word is driven from the soil. That is a basically Latin word. This is the second. You can. And what is that solar mean? That solar mean is that floor or ground that we all have in our homes. That floor. So let's repeat again. Soil word is a Latin word that come from the Latin word. What is that Latin word? Is that solum? What is that solum mean? Is that floor or ground? I hope it's clear to you. Let's move to the next one. Definition of soil. What is the definition of soil according to the Nemraj? So, okay, definition of soil. I hope you are going to enjoy this lecture. I'll try my best to explain you. We are going to cover the full Nemraj Sunda. We are taking the first soil portion that I love most to complete. Just give me a second. Let me shift the image. All right, come on. What the definition of soil says according to Nemraj Sunda? The soil is a dynamic natural body. The first thing is that dynamic, dynamic natural body. The first thing the definition said is that dynamic natural body having three dimensions. The second things is three dimensional, three-dimensional structure. Then which are composed of what? Composed of composed of mineral and organic matter. Organic matter materials as well. Thus composed of mineral and organic material as well as living form in which plant grow. Is in the living form in which plant grow. Okay, the three things are important from this definition. We take the full definition and we are going to learn what will come in the examination according to these points that we'll understand. All right. So what is the definition of soil? Let me just first read whole definition so you can have a scenario like what I'm saying. The soil is a dynamic natural body having three-dimensional structure which are composed of mineral and organic material such as well living form in which plant grow. So what is a soil? Soil is a natural body. natural dynamic body. That means it's been changing from a long time. It is not a fix like it is today like this, tomorrow will not. So it's a natural. It is not that fixed tomorrow. It will take longer time, but it is will change with the time definitely. So dynamic natural body change with the time. That's me. Three-dimensional structure. What is three-dimensional structure? That means it's a width, depth, length, width, depth. That all three things that are occupied or it is a three-dimensional body. It have three axes, length, width, and height. So second one also complete. It is a dynamic natural body, three-dimensional structure. Then the third one is the composed of mineral or organic matter. It is made up of what? Mineral or organic matter, which contain the living organism and in which plant grow. So it is a definition of soil according to the Nemraj Sunda. I hope it's clear to you. These 3 points keep remember that is a core point of soil definition according to Nemraj Sunda. Okay. So what is the next? The next is soil consists with two branches, that is edaphology, edaphology, and the second one is the pedology. Okay, we are gonna to learn one by one. So first is edaphology. We are gonna to talk edaphology. Let me just give a second. Let me take a sip of my tea. So, sorry, edaphology first. We are gonna to discuss. So let me just read first. It is the study of various properties of soil in relation to growth, nutrition, and yield of crop. So edaphology is basically it talks, it talks, talks about sorry, it talks about soil in relation to plant. Simple. In relation to plant. That is edaphology. When soil talks about the plants, that is edaphology. So edaphology is consist of two words. So what is this two word is that Greek word basically. These are two Greek words. These two Greek words are edephos, edephos plus logos. What is edephos mean? Edephos means soil and logos mean to study. I hope you are enjoying the lecture. We gonna crack the we gonna nail this Nemraj Sunda. Simple as that. In explanation, we are not copying the content. We are just driv driven the content. There is a what is the most in it. So edaphology is what? Study of various properties of soil in relation to growth, nutrition, and yield of crop. So basically, they are talking in relation to the plant. It consists with the two Greek words, that is edephos, that means soil, and logos, that means study. So the main thing is here need to know is that according to edaphology, soil is a natural habitat. According to edaphology, edaphology, according to edaphology, soil is natural habitat. What is meaning by that? It provides the shelter for the microbes or plants to live and their life cycle. So according to edaphology, soil is a natural habitat. Cool. Okay, let's move to the next one. The second branch that is pedology. So what pedology said, study of soil in relation to the origin, origin, classification, classification. First is origin, second classification, third is description. The most important is that origin of the soil form. So, to study of origin, classification, description of soil, known as pedology. All right. When we talked about the relation to the plant, that was idaphology. When we talk about the origin, description, classification, that is pedology. Pedology itself is made up of two Greek words. So, what those two words are? Those two words are pedo plus logos. What is mean by that pedo? Pedo and logos. Pedo means soil, and logos mean to study. So that is a simple, like pretty simple, like previous one. I think it's clear too when we talk about the soil in relation to origin, classification, and description. That is goes to the pedology. And pedology itself is a Greek word that is formed by another two Greek word, that is pedon plus logos. Pedon means soil and study. Logos mean to study. That is same like ideology, but the reference is different. The reference is what? The reference is origin. Cool. The important thing here is need to know is that according to according to pedology, soil is natural body. All right. According to hydrology, it was a natural habitat. According to pedology, it is a natural habitat. Cool. Then I hope you are enjoying, guys. Are you getting? All right. So, two things we can know: the father of pedology, the father of pedology, and father of soil science. Father of soil science is both of the same guy. Is that PV Dr. He's the father of soil science and he's the father of pedology. And modern pedology and American podology also same. Cool. I hope it's clear too. Let's move to the next one. And if you guys are enjoying, then you guys can subscribe the channel and hit the like button. That will motivate me to keep these creative things for further on. Okay. Let's move to the next one. The next they write in their book is that rocks and examples. Rocks and their examples. Examples. So here is the rocks and here is the examples. So let me start with the first one. So first rock is that igneous rock. Igneous rock. So what is the example of igneous rock? That is basalt and that is granite also. These are the famous igneous rock that will appear in the examination directly. So what is the igneous rock? This is the northern name is of igneous rock is that mother rock, primary rock, and another thing is need to know is that it is the hardest rock. The other rocks formed by the igneous rock by the different process. So we know igneous rock that first rock we study is that igneous rock, basalt or granite. It occupied the huge portion in the earth, earth crust or core and mantle also in earth crust. I think it's about nearly 95% in earth crust. So these are the bonus knowledge that you are getting out of that book. So igneous rock is the primary rock, mother rock, and hardest rock, and 95% in that earth crust and basalt and granite is the best example of igneous rock. So let's go to the next one. The next rock is that sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rock. So, so what is the example of sedimentary rock? That is the limestone, then sandstone, then dolomite. So these are the example of sedimentary rock. So what we need to know, the sedimentary rock is formed by the process of sedimentation. Sedimentation, sedimentation. Sedimentation is the process by which sedimentary rock is formed. And sedimentation is deposition of sediment. Sediment is deposited by different process. So this is the secondary rock. Secondary rock. Okay, these things are amazing. Then the another thing is need to know here is that fossil fuel are found in this rock. Found this rock. Wood, limestone, sandstone, dolomite. Right. Second rock is complete. There are the bonus point already too much in this slide. Okay, let's move to the third one. That is metamorphic. Metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rock is just simply a transformation of the transformation 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 of primary and secondary rock. So metamorphic rock is the transformation of in primary and secondary rock. So the example of metamorphic rock is that niche. Niche is the first one. Then marble. Niche, marble, quartz, and dolomite. Sorry, not dolomite. Quartz and slate. Dolomite is an example of secondary rock, sedimentary. So metamorphic rock is just a transformation in a primary, or second rock is just due to heat and temperature and pressure. Heat and temperature and pressure. Just because of that, there is a certain changes in the primary and secondary rock, then form the metamorphic rock. That there are the example of that particular rock is that niche, marble, quartz, and slate. Let's move to the next one. The another topic is that metamorphic rock, and their parent material. Their parent material. So here is a metamorphic rock. Here is metamorphic rock. And here is the here is the material which by derived from that is formed by that. So first metamorphic rock is that niche. Niche is originated from which material, that is granite. That is another rock from granite. That is igneous rock. Igneous rock. Granite is igneous rock. Niche is made up by that. There would be the sudden change in the granite that from the that it converted to niche pool. The another metamorphic rock is that marble. Marble. So marble is originated from limestone. Limestone is a precursor, you can simply say. From limestone, the new rock is formed is that marble. And the third is that quartz. Quartz is formed through the sandstone. Sandstone. I think you maybe get disturbed by the some voice from the background, which I live in a house where the mess is already there out there. So the another rock example is that slate. Slate is basically originated from the sea. S2S. Alright. First is that is originated from the granite, G2G, and marble. The second one, marble, is originated from the limestone, and third is a quartz that is made up of sandstone, and the third one is a slate that is made up of sand. In these primary rocks, there would be the some environmental factor, and the other things would be the happen on that, and the new rock is formed, that is the metamorphic rock. These are that. All right. So let's go to the next one. That is the new topic is that earth minerals. Earth minerals. All right. So first earth mineral is that quartz. Quartz. The formula quartz silica. The formula is that SiO2 is that formula of quartz or silica. So quartz is what? Basically, it's a silica. Everything is a silica. Nothing is silica. Good. Joke about it. So quartz is a chief constituent of sand. Chief, chief constituent of sand. Sand is majorly the dominant mineral is that quartz. Alright. Quartz sand is basically made up of quartz. That simply you can say 36% of earth crust it occupied. 36% in earth crust. Earth crust. Alright. 36%. That is formed by quartz, and it occupied the portion of 36% in earth crust. And another point you need to know here is that rock contain free silica. Rocks contain free silica in abundance, which is not combined with the bases are called acid rock. What is meaning by that point? Rocks which are not combined. Rock which have which have free silica which is not combined with which is not combined with what? With the bases. That is known as acid rocks. What is saying that? The rock which is have free silica in abundance, which is not combined with the base, that is known as acid rock. Alright. The new point you need to know about the quartz is that in granite, granite is what? Granite is a type of acid rock. So in granite, quartz is present. Quartz is present in a pure form. In a pure form. In granite, quartz is present in a pure form as a prominent constitute. What is meant by that? Let's understand it. Prominent constitute. That means in granite, acid rock. Granite is a type of acid rock. Basically, granite is a primary rock type. That primary rock is known as an igneous rock, and in which there is a type of acid rock, and quartz is present in a pure form in predominant. Prominent means in Hindi we can call it a mukhya root. Okay, constitute that is important one. Alright, it's clear to I think. Hope so. Okay, next point about the quartz is need to know is that in basic rock, like basalt contain only lithic. Now, listen. Okay, this is not too much important to me now. Let's go for the second one. Second mineral is that feldspar. Feldspar. By the way, these are the primary minerals we are talking about. Primary minerals, not primary rocks. Primary minerals are three. First, feldspar. Second is mica, and third is quartz. So These are the primary minerals by which the secondary minerals formed. That these are the dominant in the soil. Okay. So already quarter we already discussed. So second we are gonna discuss is that feldspar. So let's move to the feldspar. So what is the feldspar? The formula is that K2O dot AlO3 dot 6 SiO2. Good. This is the formula of feldspar. Okay. K2O AlO3 dot 6 S2O. It occupied the 48% part in earth crust. Earth crust. It's a dominant one, I think. It contained 48%. It occupied the 48% in earth crust. Feldspar whether easy to and give rise to clay on hydrolysis. Feldspar whether it's break down easily in comparison, not easily, but in comparison to mica or quartz and gives the clay by hydrolysis. Hydrolysis is the process of weathering, type of weathering by which clay is formed through the feldspar. It occupied the 48% in the earth crust, and the formula is that simple. Feldspar is complete here. Let's move to the next one. That is the mica, and the last one for the day. So what the mica said? There are two types of mica: white mica and black mica. White mica is what? White mica is contain the potash. Potash means potassium. And the black mica is what? It is a biotic mica. Potash mica, it's not contain the potash, that means without potash, simply the black one. Without biotic black mica. And what we can know, white mica clear. It is a clear. White mica is clear, transparent. All right. In earth crust, 10% part is occupied through the mica. Earth crust. Cool. Mica are more resistant weathering than feldspar and other silicates. Mica is more resistant to weathering, more resistant to weathering than feldspar. Thank you. It's complete here, I think. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. Thank you. Signing off.